My time has expired, but last point I'd like to make is how will the OSTP work with artificial intelligence I'm a family doctor and with healthcare. I do believe that there are great opportunities for artificial intelligence to enhance our capacity to deliver high quality care at lower costs. And if I can work with you and your agency, then I would be happy to do that. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. We will hear next from the gentlewoman from Oregon. Ms. Bonamici, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you to the chair and ranking member, and thank you, Director, for being here today. And maybe not coincidentally, I'm in between two hearings, one in the full Education and Workforce Committee on AI today, where we were just discussing what you mentioned, the need in the K-12 system for educators with the appropriate professional development, and we know that's not happening now, but also parental involvement and lots of concerns about privacy and security. So the administration's AI action plan frames leadership pretty much as a race focused on infrastructure, speed, and deployment. But leadership in AI also depends on people. It depends on people as much as it does on platforms. Students who learn with these tools, educators who teach alongside them, and workers who must adapt as AI reshapes jobs. I think the disconnect between the administration's plan and recent actions, including significant cuts to research, workforce pipelines, data infrastructure, raise serious questions about readiness and the potential to be ready. We can't lead in AI by building faster and training slower. So if our education and workforce systems can't keep pace with the needs of evolving work in AI, if educators lack that support, if workers lack pathways, we risk forfeiting long-term leadership, and Americans will be left behind. So, Director, your plan recommends that the Departments of Labor and Education, which is a bit baffling because the administration is trying to shut down the Department of Education, but it recommends that the Departments of Labor and Education and NSF prioritize AI skill development as a core objective of education and workforce funding streams. So what concrete steps will OSTP take across those agencies to develop guidance that schools and training providers can actually use? And how will the focus on dismantling the Department of Education disrupt those steps?
I think you bring up a very important and salient point around workforce and AI education more broadly. And I think the timeline is actually interesting to think about. 3 months before the President and the White House released the AI action plan, the President signed the executive order to create the AI Education Task Force. And to me, tasking me to launch that task force, I take that very personally. To us, we believe that working on and thinking about the education and workforce issue was so important that we wanted to get that out even before our full plan was due. And I think that shows the emphasis that our administration has on this. The First Lady has co-chaired some of those task force meetings, and it just shows how much of a priority it is